All right, it's rainy season, and that means more than our fair share of mosquitoes, especially in the evening. So how do we battle the bugs without excessive chemicals? Alex Barth from Troy's Tropics is here to teach us about plants that can repel pests. And, you know, Alex, I have a terrible time with this living on the water, and apparently I didn't know that plants can also help. I didn't have to spray all that stuff I'm spraying.
Right, there's a number of mosquito deterrent plants, and we can start by going over them, and then I'll explain the right plant, right place for the property.
Okay, let's go with that.
All right, so first we'll start with the rosemary. Rosemary is fantastic not only for cooking, but it's a great drought-tolerant plant that's fantastic for mosquito-repellent
Sounds like my kind of plant.
Yeah, exactly.
And it smells, it's amazing that the ones that smell good to us will not smell good to the mosquitoes.
Right, exactly. Yep, you're exactly right.
And it gets huge. So
they do.
So the one in front is a rosemary. So
yep.
I can put it, like, let's say at my front door where it's not getting any sun or rain.
If you put it in front of the front door or near balconies, any areas that you access in and out is critical to put these mosquito repellents for them to work.
And then you can just break off a piece and cook.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, and the next one we have right there is marigolds. Now, marigolds, actually, there's insecticides that are made from the extract of marigolds.
Okay.
Not only are they aesthetically pleasing, but again, they're somewhat drought tolerant, and they have blooms on them, so they're nice, and same properties apply. You know, you want to put it in balconies near the front door. Those are great places. Mosquitoes hate the smell of marigolds.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And they are pretty, so it isn't like, you know, they have a fashion in addition to function.
Exactly, yep. And then next we have lemon balm, and lemon balm is fantastic. Again, it's a mosquito repellent property, somewhat drought tolerant. They grow nice and full, and they'll take partial shade to full sun. So even under those eaves near the front door where not a lot of sun is, it's perfect location for those.
Okay.
And then next we have basil. Who doesn't like basil? It's great for cooking. This one that we have here is actually cinnamon basil. It's fantastic for culinary dishes. And again, put it near the front door, near access points, and you will deter mosquitoes.
Sorry, a little piece broke off.
Right, no problem. Try it out.
All right.
The next one we have is lemongrass. Now you might recognize the name citronella.
Yes.
So lemongrass is actually contained, it's one and the same. Citronella is used in a number of different mosquito deterrent products, and that is lemongrass. Again, it's fantastic, has a number of mosquito repellent properties.
Okay, the last one over here I heard
The last one is lavender. Who doesn't like lavender? It has soothing properties, anti-anxiety effects, and not only that, it repels mosquitoes. It's a great plant for those purposes.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I've heard people complain about the smell of some of, like, I've heard that a citronella plant actually smells bad, but these all smell very, very good. It's a nice combo together.
You know, to each their own. I personally like the smell of all of them. People that probably stay indoors too much don't like those smells.
They're the ones that aren't getting bit by mosquitoes.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
So do I need to have like a lot of them to repel the mosquitoes, or can one or two work?
You really don't. And let me make this clear. A lot of the reason mosquitoes bite certain people is mainly our secretions that we have. It's different pH levels. Now, you know, they'll work fantastic in just small quantities or large quantities. It's actually the aroma that detracts the mosquitoes from being around. So.
I'm going to start rubbing these things all over my body.
I have a theory, and I don't want to call my neighbors out, but I think that some of our neighbors have standing water because we do have some of these out, but we're still having a hard time battling them. Can we double up on location
You
near our
can
neighbors?
double up. I mean, controlling mosquitoes is a constant battle, and they will even lay eggs in moist areas without standing water, and once it rains, those eggs hatch, and you have a ton of mosquitoes. But recognize the areas around the property that has standing water, like a bucket or an air conditioning unit that's holding water at the base. Even if
Or
you
the
have
river.
Or the river, yeah, right near.
What are you going to do about
That's
that?
a tough
I'm
one.
going to call the state of Florida and file a complaint.
But for the areas that have those standing waters, even bird baths and things like that, flush it out. Flush out the bromeliads, and then you'll disrupt the life cycle for those mosquitoes.
Bromeliads are a big problem in our yard because we have so many of them.
Right, and another easy way to fix that is get something called dunks. It's actually called Bacillus thuringiensis, which you'll see mosquito repellent pellets, or they're like little round circular, they're called dunks, and you just put them in the bromeliads, and then it'll kill the larvae. But the easiest way to do it is just flush them out with the hose, and it disrupts that life cycle.
And you still see the sale of things like bug zappers and all of that.
Right.
Is there any effectiveness to those?
There is. You know, I have a friend of mine from the Harvest House. He literally went around his whole yard with essential oils and sprayed everything. And you know, it works to an extent, but again, mosquitoes are aggressive, and bug zappers work fantastic. They're attracted to those lights emitted, and then
Right.
they're immediately killed, of course. So there's a number of different applications, a number of different tools you use, and they all work somewhat.
But they
you know.
have to be consistent, I guess, huh?
You do have to be consistent and vigilant with mosquitoes because they're after you, so you have to go after them.
This is kind of a dumb question, but I don't really have a green thumb yet.
Right.
But
Yet.
with our bromeliads, does it help to put any of these plants near the bromeliads to kind of cancel them out, or does that just not work?
You could do that. Most definitely, as far as effect, I probably can't speak to that. I've not really tried that, but
And
good
shade,
idea.
Try that.
shade or sun?
Yeah, any of these?
Preference of these
Partial
plants?
shade to full sun. So all of
Okay.
these will be great in a partially shaded area, you know, especially like near doorways where the sun is only there
Right,
part of
part
the
of the
way.
time.
Well, you guys know how I am with plants, but I'm going to try all of it.
Well,
I
actually,
am
you know,
over it.
you
Oh, yeah,
had
my
your cherry tree, and it's in bloom, and it's fruiting now. So I went over to
Yes, it
Bo
is.
Beth's, I planted the tree, I
yes,
got an
you did.
update this morning, and it's doing fantastic.
Yes.
We
That's
wanna see-
because you took care of it. You understand that, right?
We want to see pictures.
Yeah, definitely. Bring pictures next time.
All right, well, you can find out about these and many other plants online at Troy's Tropics website, or you can visit them at their location off Proctor. And next, thank you, Alex, and next, we get a new preview of a Hollywood project that's being filmed right here with Rimley. We'll be right back.